welcome to Brand Billion channel where we talk money, mindset and massive growth. So, if you are ready to break free from your limitation to master financial strength and financial success that is, and drive deep into Bitcoin and wealth building strategies, you are in the right place. So, no fluff, no gimmicks, just real actionable insight to help you shift your mindset and level up your life. So, if you're ready to think big, invest smart, and transform your future, hit that subscribe button down there, and let's get started. So, today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic I've, I've gathered from people and also from the views of people. We are going to talk about how to use debt as an opportunity instead of a burden. I know most of us, when we hear the term debt, for most of us, that word triggers stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. That's because maybe it's that debt to you, it's overburden to you. But what if I told you that debt isn't always the enemy? The enemy is our mind, how we use it. So maybe we can use, not maybe, but we can use debt as a tool to our advantage, not to our disadvantage, that is. A stepping stone to financial growth. Today, we are breaking down on how to use debt strategically to create opportunities instead of burdens. So, we have different segments of as in other videos. So in this first segment, we are going to talk about understanding debt, the good and the versus the bad side of the debt. And now let's roll. Not all debt is created equal. There's good debt, and then there's a bad debt. What's a good debt? A good debt is what helps you to build wealth, like business loans, student loans for valuable skills, or a mortgage for real estate. That's appreciates. What's a bad debt? A bad debt, that's what drains your future. Credit cards for lifestyle purchases, pay down loans with insane interest rates. That's a bad debt. Or borrowing for things that lose value instantly. Maybe we can borrow debt or take a loan from a bank, and then that loan we use it to our advantage. Maybe we invest it in a real estate. If I'm driving this point clear at home, what I'm trying to mean is that this loan is going to turn from being a liability to becoming an asset in this way. If you own a real estate, in a month you will be receiving quite some amount of money, which is going to help you, or is going to be coming into your pocket, which is directly an asset, not a liability anymore. On the second segment, we are going to talk about debt as a tool, turning loans into leverage. Now let's talk about leverage. The wealthy don't fear debts; they use it wisely, and that's how our minds are very different from people who have become successful, or from people who have made it in life, on how they view the term debt, or how they view the aspect of debt. So they borrow to invest in assets, not liabilities. If you take a loan to start a business, buy income generating real estate, or invest in skills that boost your earning power, you are using your debt as a tool. If today I want to learn a skill, let's say for example electrical engineering, and then I take a loan from a bank, yeah. Now after some time, or after acquiring that skill, now that debt is going to convert from being a liability to becoming an asset, because of the knowledge that I have in me. Because that knowledge, I'm going to use it to generate income to me, to generate wealth in me, towards me, that is. Uh, Imagine this. You take $5,000 as a loan to start a side hustle. You use it wisely. You buy equipment, that is whatever machines that you are using in your so-called company and all that, and market your services and generate sales. Within a year, your business brings in $2,000 monthly. That's how you turn debt into an opportunity. So, what I would insist, or what I would advise all of us to do, including me, is that let's us start viewing debt as an opportunity, or as an advantage, or as a tool of how we can turn it from being a liability to becoming an asset. Because first thing first, because is this itself is a liability. But when we turn it to becoming an asset, or when we use it as a tool, it automatically becomes an asset. So I hope that is giving hope. That's a point that we should all understand and grab on that. On that segment, we are going to talk about on how smart debt management and avoiding the trap. This is now where we become wise, and we acquire the skill on how we are going to turn it on how we are going to manage our debts in order for them to become an asset, an income generating asset, because we have dormant assets and income generating assets. That's a topic for another day. That only works on your favor when you manage it smartly. Here's how to avoid the trap. And when we are going to take loans in the banks and all that, we should only borrow for income, generating purposes. Let's take loans just to spend. Don't take loans just to spend and all that, to spend maybe on our vacations and all that. Maybe, for example, I need to go to Alaska. I don't need to take a loan to do that, because that will become now a liability to myself. It will become a liability to me. It will become a burden to me on how I'm going to pay and all that. Number two, we need to understand interest rates. High interest debts can kill your profit. When you are going to take loans, don't take at a bank where they are charging maybe at a high rate, or from a person who is charging at a high rate. Take a debt or the so-called loan from a person who is charging at an average interest rate, so that you are going to be able to repay that loan. Number three, we have a repayment plan on how I'm going to be paying this loan, maybe annually, daily, or so, or whatever, and know how you are going to pay it back after borrowing, or before borrowing. That is, you need to have a plan, a very good plan on how you're going to be paying. Number four, you need to avoid emotional spending. That is, don't let your lifestyle pressure or push you into unnecessary debts. Maybe you have pressure from your friends on who are going maybe to somewhere, and then they are leaving you behind, maybe because you don't have currently the amount to spend together with them. And then they are putting so much pressure, and then there's this pressure from you that is telling you that why am I the only one who is being left behind? And this may pressure you to take in loans which are so unnecessary. In the last segment, we have the using debt to our advantage. Here's how you can use debt as an opportunity today. These are free advice. Identify an area where borrowing can boost your income, a skill or a business. Maybe you are taking a loan to start a business. That's wise. Maybe you are taking a loan to start a skill, to learn a skill, or to gain a skill from someone. That's wise. The second thing, you need to do the maths. Make sure that the investment will generate returns higher than the loan cost. If I'm going to invest into a business, I need to be sure that what I'm gaining from it is of higher value, or it's going to be, like I'm gaining something from it. Because everything in every business person mind is there's this question: what am I gaining, or what am I obtaining from this? Yeah? So we need to do the math and all that. Number three, we need to borrow responsibly. What do I mean? That, like, you need to stick to a necessary amount and negotiate good terms to that person. Maybe you sit down and then you write an agreement on how you're going to pay and all that. Yeah. Number four, we need to pay on time. If I need to trust you, you need to be that person who stick to your word, or to pay on the time that you have agreed with the loanee, that you are going to pay back. That is. Now, I hope that is understood, and that's all for today. So, after this session, I want us to change our mindset and how we view debt. Debt isn't an evil thing, but it's a double-edged sword. It can be used, if used carelessly, it cuts you deep. But if it's used wisely, it builds you up. It's going to be like an investment to you. The choice is yours. What's your debt? What's your take on that? Let me know. Drop a comment below, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Therefore, if you are serious about financial growth, Bitcoin, and shifting your mindset for success, this is a channel for you. Drop powerful insights and expert interviews and all that. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button down there and join the movement.